Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Detroit! They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an alley to run. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Detroit! So from the 36 Detroit! Now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Gun!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out of...
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Nick Kwiatkowski coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit! Detroit!
Check motion.
Detroit!
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, gotta go.
Check 49.
We're go, let's go.
Watch the safety creep.
There you go, you see it.
Now they'll run it with Cohen, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Switch. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Watch the screen.
There you go, you see it.
51's the Mike, boys. 51.
Hey, gotta go.
I can't believe they let you play.
This is Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now Trubisky steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tied right there,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
SOS.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Looking to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
This is taken around the 12. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Even. 4 down.
18. Lock in.
You got tight.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Tight end's right.
Lock in.
We got 4.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mine. I got 87.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Gun.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. they were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You don't want no problems.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
26, Mike. Right here, right here.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Double up, double up.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
4 down.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Showing 8. Showing 8.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Sanders. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Woo! You got him. You got him. You got him.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll go with a keeper. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
So I guess we'll call this a pitcher's duel so far. I think that was a 3-run homer there, and it makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, and what inning are we in? It's not the most common of score lines, but it's pretty indicative of the fact that we're in for a tight one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
He has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Blue, blue, blue.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
We got 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
4-7's a mic. 4-7's a mic.
Blue, blue, blue. 18, 18. Lock in, lock in.
Joker, Joker.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They run. This is Cohen. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
Let's go, let's go.
Switch.
Blue, blue.
Trubisky going to take it on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Get there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight end right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Now Trubisky to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down. Check.
This is Cohen on the toss, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Motion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike, 59's Mike. Check.
Detroit.
Yeah. You don't want none.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
We got 4.
Detroit.
They'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. Finding room to the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Gotta go.
7, check Mike 47.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, jumping over. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd.
Hey, 4 down.
Red's up.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Blue.
Here we go.
Red's up.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Lock in.
Four down.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 44 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Red's up.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And now running right through him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Bears is lined up for the kickoff.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
Hey. 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some room at the 30. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone, just unable to complete it. But I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Blue 90. Gone.
58's the mic.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Let's get that ball.
Over.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And this is back to a 5-point game.
The Broncos will be kicking off.
Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Return man.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Even. 4 down. Even. Check 4.
Blue.
Mike, 47 Mike. 47.
Lock in. Red's up.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And coming out now, the Broncos. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
We got 4. Check 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
I got it. I got it.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Mike, 26, Mike. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Watch 17.
As they head to the field now, with the
18,
game
18.
this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. 2nd and 10 now, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Tight ends on the Lucy.
Sit up! 180! Hey, 18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
You see it?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Red's up!
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike.
Gotta go.
Again, it's Cohen. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Rush in.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Strong right.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end.
Gun!
Hey, boys.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Detroit.
Looking to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Outside's coming.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney.
Back to throw. Looking deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
26 Mike. I'll get him.
Detroit.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Lucky 56.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Akeem Hicks. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Set. Blue 90.
You go night. Time to go night.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Gun!
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And no, it's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We got 4.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Check 13. Check 13.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Let's go, defense.
And they'll run it here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Bears on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 83 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A toss running left. It's Lindsey, and he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth.
The Broncos is lined up for the kickoff. Number 84.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
Hey.
One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Chicago, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.